Hey guys, I had a customer bring in a pretty cool little air rifle here that was a little bit of a mystery to me. I'd never heard of it before, so let's get into it. So the customer is actually a childhood friend that I went to school with that I haven't heard from in a while, and he texted me. He said he just inherited a Beeman air rifle, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. That might be an R7 or an R9 or something like that. So he swung it by. He wanted to remount or zero the scope. And I took one look at it and I saw Beeman obviously kind of looks like a record trigger, but not really. It's about the size of an R9. It's a pretty big air rifle. Then I saw made in China and I was like, that's kind of weird. So I did a little bit of a more looking around on the gun and see if we can get some light on this. Sportsman rs2 series. So I looked into it. I think it's a pretty older model. They don't really make air rifles that look like this anymore at this price point. This is a Chinese Beeman, not a German import Beeman. So it's right around the $150 price point. You can still get them today, as far as I know. But they just don't make air guns like this in this price point. They don't make them with wood stocks anymore. Not that this is nice wood, but it looks good. It's got a fun little finish. Trigger's honestly really good for the price point. I'd say it's better than even a Gammo trigger. They don't make them with the long barrels and the air strippers like this anymore. Now it's short barrel and big fat moderator, which is really secretly just a grab handle. There's not really a whole lot of plastic on this gun. I believe the only plastic are these little caps, which I like to hide the screws and also serve as a reference point when you're resting the gun on something. And then the trigger guard is plastic, and then the end cap is plastic. And even the butt pad is some nice rubber, which is nice because this gun has some serious kick to it. It's also pretty loud. It's definitely a more powerful break barrel for sure on the upper echelon. This one's in 177. I don't know if they make them in 22 or not. I haven't seen any in 22. Somehow this gun was shooting. It had two spider nests inside the gun, not just like in the stock, like inside the gun. There were like a whole ecosystem going on in there. But so I threw an old Gammo scope on there that was just better than the Beeman scope that I'm imagining it came with. I mean, this thing's pretty beat up. Let's see if we can't get... I mean, the eye box is tiny and it's just like, why? Just get rid of it. Much better scope. So I like the trigger, automatic safety, which it's also the paddle safety, which I like. Doesn't work all the time. It's an actual blued receiver, which I like. Wood stock, which I like. It's got a scope rail stop, which I'm not a huge fan of. I wish that they would just let you rely on the stop pin inside the mounts, which you can't even use. These mounts have stop pins in them, and you can't even use them because the hole's too small. But it is what it is. Both options work pretty well. So I like the rubber butt pad. Yeah, I honestly really like this, and I was shooting it. Let me just do some dumpster diving real quick here. I shot 3 groups with it off a rest. These 5 shots were with my field target trophies, which are my favorite all-purpose pellets. And it didn't look too good. So I shot some some IMI wad cutter trophies, which are cool pellets. I like them. They came with my R9, so I figured, may as well try it. Didn't really do any better. More of a horizontal stringing than a vertical stringing. These 3 shots are separate. And then I shot some Predator GTOs up here. Shot a little bit better, but I was holding all the way down here. So then I zeroed the gun a little bit better, which is what these 3 shots are, and just made sure to hold it off. And then I used the field target trophies to print this 5-shot group, which I am very happy with for a $150 air rifle. And these are at 20 yards, by the way. Then I rang some steel. This thing's definitely got some punch to it. It's definitely a loud gun for a break barrel, but honestly, I would recommend this for anybody looking for a $150 or maybe $200 gun. If you can find a good, reliable source to buy one, I would definitely recommend this, honestly, even over Gamma. If you're just looking for a simple, no frills spring piston air rifle, I think this is a really good deal, and I think it's honestly a pretty good gun. And even though I was disappointed that it's not a German import version of a Beeman, it's honestly one of the better Chinese. I'd say this is the best Chinese break barrel I've seen, and it's at least throwing punches with the Spanish stuff. So yeah, anybody who has one and loves these guns, kudos to you guys. I'm honestly a little bit bummed I don't have enough room in my safe right now. My safe is packed, and I need to buy another safe and put it over there. And I've got just guns everywhere. Just can't even fit them in the safe anymore. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys.